Imagine waking up one day with the power to lift a school bus over your head or punch through concrete walls without breaking a sweat. What if every single human being suddenly developed superhuman strength? At first, it might sound like the ultimate upgrade: no more struggling with heavy boxes, no more waiting for help to move furniture. But the reality would be far more complicated. Super strength wouldn't just change our bodies. It would reshape society in ways we can barely imagine, creating both incredible opportunities and dangerous new problems. The most immediate change would be in everyday life. Simple tasks would become effortless. Carrying groceries, opening jars, or rearranging furniture would no longer be chores. Construction workers could lift steel beams like they were made of foam, speeding up building projects dramatically. Emergency responders could rip car doors off hinges in seconds to save crash victims. Farmers could haul massive loads of crops without machinery. Manual labor would become faster and easier, potentially reducing work hours and increasing productivity. But this convenience would come with risks. Without careful control, a casual pat on the back could send someone flying. A playful shove could turn deadly. Even something as routine as shaking hands might require extreme caution to avoid crushing bones. Society would need strict training programs to teach people how to regulate their strength, turning everyday interactions into a delicate balancing act. Sports and entertainment would be completely transformed. Traditional athletics would become obsolete. Weightlifting records would be shattered overnight, and sprinters could cover distances in seconds. Football players might accidentally launch the ball into the stands with a single throw, and basketball hoops would need serious reinforcement to survive a dunk. Would we invent entirely new sports to accommodate superhuman abilities, or would we impose artificial limits to keep competitions fair? Martial arts would become even more dangerous. What was once a controlled sparring match could now end in broken bones, or worse. Even children's games would need rethinking, as a simple game of tag could turn into a high-speed collision. Crime and law enforcement would enter a whole new era. A bank robber could tear open a vault with bare hands. Burglars could smash through walls instead of picking locks. Police would need radical upgrades: reinforced armor, shock-absorbing restraints, maybe even robotic exoskeletons just to keep up. Would governments enforce mandatory strength regulations? Would there be special prisons designed to hold super-strong inmates? The justice system would face impossible questions. How do you restrain someone who can bend steel bars? How do you prevent riots when any angry mob could demolish buildings with their fists? The balance of power would shift dramatically, and society would have to adapt quickly to prevent chaos. Warfare would become even more terrifying. Soldiers wouldn't need tanks if they could flip them over. Infantry battles could turn into brutal, close-quarters combat where a single punch could collapse a building. The idea of front lines might disappear entirely as super-strong commandos leap over defenses. Would wars end faster because of overwhelming force, or would destruction escalate to unimaginable levels? The risk of collateral damage would skyrocket. A misplaced punch during a fight could take out an entire city block. Countries might hesitate to go to war at all, knowing the devastation that even a small squad of super-strong soldiers could unleash. Our cities and infrastructure would need a complete overhaul. Stairs, doors, and furniture weren't built for people who can casually snap steel. Cars would need reinforced frames to survive minor fender benders. Playgrounds would have to be made from nearly indestructible materials to prevent kids from accidentally tearing them apart. The cost of rebuilding everything to withstand superhuman strength would be staggering. Even something as simple as public transportation would require rethinking. What happens if someone grips a subway handle too tightly and rips it off? But it's not all doom and gloom. Super strength could lead to incredible advancements. Space exploration would get a massive boost. Imagine astronauts lifting heavy equipment on Mars without needing cranes. Disaster relief would improve dramatically, with rescuers moving debris like it was made of cardboard. Construction in remote or dangerous areas would become far easier, allowing us to build in places we've never been able to before. Manual labor jobs would become less grueling, potentially improving quality of life for millions. The biggest question is whether humanity could handle this kind of power responsibly. History shows that whenever we gain new abilities, some use them for good while others exploit them for selfish gain. Would super strength unite us, leading to a new era of cooperation and progress? Or would it deepen divisions, creating a world where the strongest rule by force? Would governments impose strict controls, or would individuals resist, demanding freedom to use their strength as they please. In the end, super strength wouldn't just be about physical power, it would test our self-control, our ethics, and our ability to adapt. It's a thrilling but frightening idea, forcing us to ask, are we ready for that much power? Or would it be the thing that finally pushes society past its breaking point? The answer might depend on whether we choose to lift each other up or tear the world apart.
Hey there, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate the effort behind it, don't forget to like this video. It really helps the channel grow, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Oh, and one more thing, share this video with your friends. Spread the love and support. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Let me know if you want any tweaks.